Red Cup Talk with Brian Adams. We're getting it. What's up, guys and gals? How are y'all doing? Man, oh man. I've been missing for a few because I've been dealing with a cold. It is cold down here. Can y'all see that? I got the heat on, but it's cold. No, it's not that cold blowing air. Yeah, I'm just joking. But man, this is crazy. This is crazy what we're going through right now at this time. I've actually been looking at the news and just fishing for stories and topics and stuff like that, but it's been crazy. I just wanted to come on here and actually bring up some good information because I didn't realize food was so dangerous. Food is really, really dangerous. So, and I got a cold. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat and take medicine and all this stuff. And somebody was telling me to do a hot toddy. I'm like, I don't really want to do a hot toddy. I don't like brandy. So, Red Cup Talk with Brian Adams. Let's get into it. No, we're not getting into it. Just hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can be up to date with content as I drop it. Let's continue to grow this channel together. I just been doing the natural way, not the natural way, but the other way. I got some liquid Tylenol, and I've just been taking that every 4 hours, and I'm almost out of that bottle. So, probably get another bottle, order another bottle, and I'm drinking my tea. I don't know if you guys, I never really talk to you guys about what I have in my cup. I do, most of the time I'm doing water, to be honest with you. I'm not one to really drink by myself. I'm a social drinker. If I do drink, I got to be around people. Because I'm not going to know if I'm buzzed up. If I'm just sitting there drinking by myself, that's not, I don't know. It's just, some people can do it. Some people, I just can't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit there and just have a drink and by myself. So I'm considered, I guess, a social drinker. And it's all right. I don't really, it don't really bother me. So I just want to let you guys know what is going on with me with the cup and where I've been and everything. Like I said, dealing with this head cold. I'm down here in Florida. And Florida is cold. I didn't know Florida get this cold. And they're saying it's snowing in Georgia. Georgia got some snow, and it's supposed to be snowing in Jacksonville. I think my best friend told me recently. But nonetheless, it's a mess. This is crazy. Hopefully it don't come down here. I said if snow comes down here to this part of Florida where I'm at, I'm gonna have to go to South America or Jamaica. This is crazy. I ain't even about all that. I'm not about the life. I moved down here. That's one of the reasons why I moved down here. I relocated from the DMV area because I wanted to get away from that damn cold. I was just tired of it. I remember the last snowstorm I went through up there. I think it was in, don't get me, I want to say 20, 21, 20. And I remember cleaning my truck off. I was like, you know what? Hopefully this is the last winter I got to do this scheisse. I've been to Germany before. So I know some of their words. But yeah, I was like, this is the last, hopefully this is the last time. I'm trying to go back to Florida. I'll tell you a little bit about this. I lived in Florida. I moved to Florida back in 2018. And I got a job here. I was doing the damn thing. Got me a place. I was just, I was doing what I do back home. Just surviving, basically. And we had a hurricane. Hurricane Irma. Hurricane Irma hit and I hit. I'm used to snow. So I wasn't used to hurricanes. Like I remember coming home from work and I remember seeing one of my neighbors across the street. He was boarding his windows up in his house. And I was like, what the hell are they expecting to happen here? It's one thing to see it on TV. It's another thing to go through it. And that's the truth. Because we seen it on TV all the time. I thought, oh, shit, we go do snow. We can do a little. Man, they started talking about flood warnings and Like I said, when I seen him boarding his house up, that hit me. I was like, I gotta get out of here. And at that point, it was too late to book flights because you couldn't fly out. They wasn't letting you fly out. So I got a ride. One of my friends was going. He said he was going to check on his mom in Leesburg, Virginia. I'm sorry, Leesburg, Florida. And then after that, he was going up north to Georgia and stay for a few days and then come back after the hurricanes moved on. That was the plan. So I said, you know what? Okay, that's fine. I could do that. I got some time off work. I'll go with you. And we did that. We went to his mom, checked on her. We should have just stayed at his mom's for real, but went to his mom, checked on her, and then we hightailed up to Georgia. And the traffic was crazy. I think they call it rolling or something, where the traffic don't really stop. It's just a constant slow roll. And everybody knew to do it. Except for me. But I wasn't driving, so I was just observing how even in the people that was trying to get gas, because the gas stations, most gas stations were closed, but the ones that were open, you could see them slow rolling. And I forgot the word that they call that, but they call it a word because there was so much traffic. Back home where I come from, we just sit in traffic. The traffic don't move, it just sits. And we don't slow roll nothing. We just sit there. As many times I open my car door and hit the ground on the highway, the 3rd Street Tunnel up there in Washington. Not the 3rd Street. Yeah, the 3rd Street Tunnel. I think it's been a while. 3rd Street Tunnel. Or the 3rd Street, yeah, one of those tunnels off of North Capitol, going to Virginia. But yeah, man, it was crazy. And I hear the traffic is still bad up there. Still bad up there. But one thing I heard about the Redskins, not the Redskins, I still call them the Redskins. They're the Commanders. They say the Commanders going to the playoffs. It could be if they win this game and such and such and such and such. So I'm happy for that because they ain't been doing nothing since Darryl Green. And I was a virgin. So you know how long that's been. Man, they are saying it's snowing in Georgia. I hope it don't come here. Well, Jacksonville, okay, I get it, but we're going to get the cold. And I get that. We're going to get the cold. My electric bill was $300 just past month. $314. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I had to pay it because you don't have options here. It's not like a big city where you have different options. You could just switch over and go to somewhere else. No, you got to pay that. Keep it moving. I ain't got no fireplace, so I said if it's like this now, I can only imagine how it's going to be come February and March, because I do know those are even though we always used to say December and January was like the Christmas time, the holiday time is like the snowy time, but it's not snow. It doesn't snow seem like no more as much as it used to when we were little during the Christmas holiday. I remember that was part of the story of Santa being able to deliver the gifts. If he didn't have snow, it wasn't snow on the ground, the reindeers can't come out. So we always had snow. I don't know what the story is they're telling nowadays because ain't nobody getting no snow nowhere for Christmas. I'm sure they didn't figure something out, but I don't know. Because, like I said, things have changed. So I know for a fact that back home, it was back up north, it's usually it's cold during March, February and March. Those are the coldest months. Brisk cold. They said the hawk is out. I remember that. The hawk is out. Hopefully the hawk don't come down here. But we can come close and I get it. But don't come down here. Please don't come down here. Because I will be tempted to just try to move to Miami. That's what I'm looking at, either Miami, South America, or Jamaica. I am done with the snow. And not only that, too, when you're in an area where it's always warm, it seems like my bones don't ache as much. I don't know if people that's lived up north or in a cold environment that moved to a warm environment experienced that before. That little space right there, that really is important. You don't really hear people talk about that as much anymore, or as much at all. I noticed that my aches stayed in DMV. My lower back aching, my back of my leg, that came from marching band, carrying heavy ass instruments. um, yeah, but it don't ache no more. I don't have no aches. Really, not as much. Um, I had a little toothache recently because I guess because of the cold. The toothache hit me around Thanksgiving, and it went away. So I thought, okay, well, on the right side, it went away. I thought, okay, fine, I'm good. Nah, it came like 2 weeks ago. It just hit out of nowhere. Another day I had to call out of work. I was like, man, this is not gonna work. I can't sit here and work like this and in pain and having to keep up with my work and emails and telling people this shit ain't working. You got to do it again. Why you did it first the correct way the first time? Why aren't you doing it? I had time for that, so I just took off work and slept all day just to come up to having a cold a few days later. This is crazy. This is really crazy, but hopefully this will pass soon. Hopefully this is what will pass on and we'll be able to get on with our lives. I hate it. I do. I know hate is a powerful word and it's not something that people should use often, but I do hate it. I can't explain it. It's cold and I do not like the cold. Never have liked the cold. I've always been one to, well, for one, that's another thing too. I don't like clothes. I like to be able to walk around. The less clothes, the happier I am. To put it like that. The less clothes I have to wear, the happier I am. It ain't nothing sexual or anything like that. It's just because I be here by myself. Got a headache. But the less the less clothing I have to wear, the happier I am. So that's another reason why coming down to Florida, I used to visit, and I'd be like, you know what? The clothes I packed to wear here, I never wore them. I would come down here and buy shorts. And, I ain't gonna lie, I would buy outfits here that I wouldn't really wear back in the DMV area, fishnet shirts and stuff like that. You don't really wear that style back home, but I will because you got away with it down here, and it was warm. So I did it. I would they say when you live in Rome, you do what the Romans do. Well, when I visited Rome, I did what the Romans do. So, but like I said, I wouldn't wear those clothing back home. But I kept that all in mind when I was when I was thinking about relocating. Where did I want to go? And I was like, well, I got to be somewhere warm. Definitely somewhere warm. And I'm down here in Florida, and the cold and came down here. But nonetheless, it could be worse, right? I could be getting snow. I could be snowed in right about now. I don't think that these houses could handle snow down here though, because these homes are cinder block. I think they say cinder block, and I'm not an expert in architectural stuff. I only did finance for architecture firm for many years, but I don't know all of the details and everything for it. But I did bookkeeping. I'm sorry, for an architectural firm. But I do know something about some of that, like the cinder block or something is not really good for the cold weather because it doesn't insulate well. And who knows? I'm not even sure if these homes down here are insulated because you really don't get known to get these cold environments. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it could be. I don't know. But I guess I just know it's cold. And this is what I'm dealing with right now. I went on food earlier. Reason because I mentioned food earlier too. I want to toggle back to it. I've been on this weight loss situation, and I'm not exactly at my goal, but I'm at a goal that I'm at a good threshold. I put it like that. I'm at a good threshold. So, I'm down to 200. Last week I had the Impossible Whopper meal. I had it twice. It was by accident though, because I had it for lunch, and then I met up with a friend, and we went and had lunch. And he said Burger King, and I was like, I just had Burger King. And he was like, well, I want this, I want that, but he was like, seafood or Burger King, and I can't eat seafood, so I said, all right, let's go to Burger King. So we went to Burger King. I had a Impossible Whopper again with the fries, the whole thing. So I had 2 Impossible Whopper meals back to back. It threw on 8 pounds. I don't know if it was that or the liquor, because I realized that liquor do have calories too, but I had 8 pounds floating on me. So I had to run. I've been running, walking and running. I walk and run and running, walking. So I'm down to 201 now. I was able to shake that 8 pound deal. I said I'm not gonna ever do that again. Cause that wasn't good. I was so upset with myself. Cause when you're going through those and you're doing it yourself, you don't have you're your own coach. So, you really don't have a lot of, you have to cheer your own self on. You're your own coach, your own cheerleader, your own audience. You're doing it. At least that's how I'm doing it. I'm doing it by myself. So it's not a complaint. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a reality. So it's not a bad thing. It's okay. It's good. But no, I just wanted to come over here and just kick the actual factuals with y'all. And let you know I'm still here, just battling with this cold. So if you have loved ones on the East Coast, hell, even on the West Coast, because it's cold on the East Coast and hot on the West Coast. That's so weird. Those fires and all that stuff when they're still going. So I'm hearing that they're trying to buy the land. They're offering to buy the lands and stuff now. And I'm like, why would you want to? This is not a time to be negotiating or these people trying to survive. This is survival mode right now. So I can only imagine what they're going through. But like I said, again, if you have, check on your people. Even if you ain't talked to them in a while, this would be a good time to call them, reach out to them, check on them, see if they're all right, make sure that they're good and all that good stuff. All right, well, like I said, just want to come on here and show you some love and kick that algorithm in his butt, get it going. So, you guys enjoy your day, the rest of your day, and I'll chat with you next time, okay? This is Red Cup Talk with Brian Adams. If you have any special announcements coming up, special occasions like birthdays, anniversaries, any special occasions, or you just want to drop me a line and say how your day's going, send me an email. You can do so. I will leave my email in the description below, but I also want to give it to you verbally. It's smalltalkwithbadams@gmail.com. That's all one word, smalltalkwithbadams@gmail.com. Send me an email, and I'll incorporate it into my next video. Come on, Adams family. Let's continue to grow this channel together.